Hey y'all, this is CT here. Going to be doing another horrific guide. This time it's on Tower Spatial Awareness, aka ToSA. So yeah, this tower took me only 4 hours. It is my current shortest horrific grind I've ever done. So excuse me if some of my strats are not the best for this one, since like I did fluke a majority of the tower somehow, but yeah. Anyways, let's get right into it. I'm entering ToSA. Let me put on practice. Alright. Okay, so 4-1. So it's all pretty simple. Simple, just head hitter into so climb, and another one. Just boost flick this onto the wedge. Just jump like that in like first person. I would just straight flick this with A in space. Like that. Little long jump. For this, just go to like where your torso, bottom of your torso is at like the line, and then you just flick up. Yeah, make sure you're on like the top part of the stud. Have this and then just long jump it. Carefully get to the edge here. Shift line the gap and then bounce with W and D. Walk onto this with W and A. Yeah, make sure to grab the two stud and then go down to right around. It's right around there, and then bounce to the truss. Carefully flick around this because of the bomb flick. And then just bounce to the part here. And then for this, make sure you're around the middle part of the stud, and then just flick up to the part like that. Anything like the middle. Set this up well and long jump, and only turn like pretty slightly through this, so kind of like right here. Go on like the left side of the truss, and then flick to like the corner part. What am I doing? Yeah, like that. I don't know if I have a lot of fails on this, since like it's been a while since I last played this tower, but yeah. Just a camera control jump. Just make sure, just try to get used to muscle memory. You want to just turn in right and then left. You can do it in ghost mode or third person, up to you. I kind of just prefer like around like that. Make sure to get pretty close to like the wall with W like this, like near the edge of the part, and then just do like W and D and wrap. And you're on 4-2, which is most definitely harder. I'll jump into the lodge walk like that. And then for this, go backwards like this, and then you want to like turn left and then right and long jump with A. So it should look something like that. Make sure to do it like the very end, like the last stud. So like kind of like here, kind of like around here, and then just long jump it out like that. Okay, for this, make sure to grab like the corner part-ish. Be careful not to get dropped. So like make sure you're far out enough. So like right around here. Make sure to align it with the cylinder part, and then as soon as you go up, you want to just commit and hold W and A in space like this. Make sure to get to this side, and then go down a bit on the ladder, and then just bounce it to the right here. Okay, for this, you also just kind of want to commit to this as well. So like, press space, like hold space briefly, and then just like turn like sharp. You just have to get used to it, but yeah, it's kind of a sharp like walk around because of like how it's set up. Why can't I get back on the thing? There we go. So yeah, space and then like that. Yeah, you kind of just have to commit to it. Okay, for this thing, kind of just try your best and like, let's grab this side first and then tap with D slowly to like the corner part ish. Kind of until you go around here because you want to land on this. So then just downwards momentum with D. Set up this jump well. So I kind of just align like this and then one jump and wrap. What the frick? Hold on. Yeah, you want to get the high jump. So like make sure you do it right at the corner a bit and then turn left a little bit. Like that. See? Muscle memory jump. Just make sure to hold into this once the gap with W and A. Simple long jump. Make sure to long jump into this part right here. You're gonna just do it normally, or you can lodge it though. Up to you. It's not that bad. Simple route to the one stud, and then this jump's kind of weird. You have to like turn onto that one stud there, so it's like that. Just make sure to get used to it. Turn well on that jump as well. Make sure to route that. This part's netted, so it should be alright if you fail this. Yeah. Should be self-explanatory with these jumps. Then just like head hitter, then you're up here. Long jump this on the left, it's like that. So long jump. Just do like the TOVH head hitter on 4, just like skip it. Just do this. You don't need to wrap around it. But otherwise, you just wrap around it like that. It's not that bad. Up to you how you want to do this jump. You can literally just. Okay, if I'm not stupid. Yeah, you could skip like the flick around like that, or you can just go at it like this and then just flick wrap it. Careful with this flick. Go down a little bit and then just flick to the part like that. Just make sure to fit through this gap. So align it well. Simple wrap like that. This I personally lodge it like that and then just shift out. It's not too bad. Yeah, like that. Long jump this with W and D. And then just do a flick head hitter. And then you're on 3. Alrighty. For this, you want to turn out the ones to the ladder like this. I just like that. Carefully get on this side of the ladder and then do your best to like grab on this side. At least you can save it back to the start of 3, so it should be fine. Kind of have your torso around this middle stud right here and then just flick it to the truss. For this, press space at the ceiling, go down to here, turn right, and then just do a flick, bottom flick like that. Okay, this truss. Switch to 60. Do an upwards bounce like this. Get your torso to like right here, I believe, with this truss, and then do a quick upwards momentum bounce, and then go for the truss on the second bounce. What the heck? Let me try this again. Okay, hold on a second. Let me try to make sure it works. There we go. That's it. Yeah, I don't know why it wasn't working before, but yeah, that's what I did. I'm pretty sure also, if I recall correctly, you could. I think it's possible to bomb flick it. Nah, maybe not. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, just try to do like the upwards momentum bounce. Simple reverse climb. Long jump as well. I just get that slant. Just go for the ladder like this. Carefully glide onto this side, go down a bit, and then bounce to the truss. Yeah, make sure hold W at this. You should get your torso in. And just do a flick head hitter. For this, make sure you're grabbing this corner stud right here. And then down momentum to the truss here. Careful on this because it is a slanted truss. Yeah, so careful when flicking around this, and then get on this side. Make sure to ledge grab the corner like this ish. Should block in the gap and then bounce. WD. And then on jump to the stud part here. Jump here. Make sure to hold against the cylinders. Don't slather. Like head hitter. And then wrap around this, and then you're on 4. Then you get these weird trusses. Where you want to be careful on them, so just hold space around this one, like this. Then when you get on this side, just shift to the other one. What the heck? When you get on this side, just make sure to turn to this one. There you go. Yeah, careful because like these are like pretty janky. Make sure you're not gonna hit the pole here and then just bounce to the ToSA gap. What the frick? Come on. There we go. That's what's supposed to happen. Okay, and then for this, okay, I do remember correctly. You gotta turn onto this truss like this. I mean this ladder. Very much just turn well for it. Yeah. I do this like a ghost mode flick to almost the ladder. Same thing with this. Flick to this sphere ladder. Just try to get used to it. It is kind of scary because like it is kind of basically over nothing. And just flick to here. Simple stick out. What the hell? Okay. Yeah, this is like a stick out. Go to where the indicated part is, and then just flick to this line like this. Is that where you go? Oh wait, I'm stupid. That's not where you go. See, I already forgot where to go. That's how long it's been since I last played this and flipped it. So, you wanna long jump it straight to that part. Make sure you're not in an angle for this slant. Just jump. Try your best to jump off of it straight like that. Then long jump through onto this part. Make sure you line it well. Then I call this the Roof's Peak ladder. So. Carefully glide around. What the frick are we doing? Carefully get onto this side here-ish, and then when you feel like you're about to grab it, stop holding W. It's like right there. Go down, and then just bounce to the part. Oh my. Give me a bit. Should look something like that. There we go. Yeah, so that's just something you're gonna have to get used to. Yeah, for this jump, you can either try to you can try to turn in, but I personally would just go at it with W and A, I think. Yeah, like that. I mean, there is an extra part, so you could try to turn in, but I'm just not used to that. I'm just more used to doing it like this, and then for this, I just W and D it and then turn to the ladder. Pretty sure there's a better way of doing it. What the heck? There you go. Maybe there's a way to do it backwards or something, but that's how I did it in the winning run. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, I just did it W and D and then W. That, yeah. For this, I went down here and then I just flicked it. And then just head hitter. Do what it says, just do a high jump. I did it on 60 right here. Like that. Just make sure to do it on 60 FPS. Just hold W on that. Okay, and then this thing. Make sure to ledge grab the corner part of this truss and be careful. Align this well, kind of around here. And just down momentum to this truss like that on 60. Okay, and I recall this truss correctly, if I'm not stupid, if I get around to this side, upwards momentum on 60 first, then turn. Trying to remember if I did this turning left. I think you turn left on this and then just turn to the ladder. Clip it through. And then you flick header again using that method. Yeah, when your torso's in. Okay, then you're on 5. Simple long jump to one stud. Wrap well into this gap. And then this freaking jump. Pretty sure I ledge grabbed this, turn right a little bit. And then I just straight flicked it from the ledge and then you get a height. Make sure you're well on this side of the one stud ladder. Down a bit, and then you flick to the one stud. For this, yeah, just muscle memory. Make sure you do your best to turn well into the ladder. Like that. Okay, for this, align your torso pretty close to the wall, like this. Switch to 60 FPS, and then just bounce it for it, because it's pretty far. I did that so blind. Yeah, you just want to wrap that in well. Just camera control into the lodge walk. Get used to it. Why is my speed so high? There we go. Yeah, camera control into the lodge walk. Like that. Okay, and then this, you can actually hold D on these lodge walks and you won't walk out. So just hold D on this and then shift lock and jump. And then for this, alignment keys, shift lock, jump and turn. And make sure you do your best. Like stall your jump to this corner part so you can land on it pretty well and then just flick up. Yeah, mind this gap. Just do a 13 stud strat with this. Go on this ladder. And then be careful when flicking this to 2 stud. If you're gonna do a straight flick, make sure you turn only slightly. Don't turn too much, otherwise you'll get dropped. So just be careful if you're gonna straight flick this like that. Or you can just shift flick it though. Careful with this jump, it's muscle memory, but you want to do it pretty well. It's pretty far. And just run here and then just like, yeah. It's pretty much just muscle memory with this jump, so you try your best to get used to it. You could also do it, I'm pretty sure, the other way, but up to you. I personally would do it backwards, though. Yeah. I W and A in that, and then on shift lock to the truss. Okay. Upwards bounce this. Go to the very top, like kind of around here, and then just do a deep flick to the truss. Okay, and then this freaking thing, this freaking truss. So for this, you kind of just want to like get your torso in well with like this part. Kind of like get it right. So like make sure you're at the very left of this truss, but not like too much. What the heck? Come on. Like kind of around there. Go down to right here, and then I'm pretty sure you just flick it. Oh my god. Yeah, this is quite the deep flick, so kind of just do like an upward momentum bounce near it. Kind of like that. Yeah, kind of around here. I think this should do it, and then you just flick to the truss like that. Yeah, it's pretty weird. Try to get it's some interesting text. So yeah, just try to get just do an upwards momentum bounce to get in it deep into the part. Okay, 4-6. Ledge grab the ledge here. Make sure you're close to the ladder, and then just down momentum to it. D on it. Just jump to this truss. It's not that bad. Just make sure you're aligned through the gap. You should get pushed to the corner like this when you do. Stop holding W, and then turn around and go one and shift holding W. For this truss, make sure you're at like kind of the bottom part of it ish. I like here. And just bounce to it. Bounce this ladder. Keep holding W like this, and then just go with it slowly to this truss. And then when you feel like you're inside the truss enough, just hold space and W. Like this. Be careful though. Flick your torso out so that you can get a bounce from the truss. Careful when doing so, and then bounce to the thin part. Make sure you're still on the part, and then just do a wrap like that. On the one stud, this is kind of slight camera control here. Just make sure you grab the truss. One S tap down, turn left slightly, to the truss. Like head hitter. And I think with this jump, I just went at it like that. You could also flick the part for more distance, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, up to you. Okay, and then this jump, if I recall correctly, I'm pretty sure I ledge grabbed this and I just flicked it to the part because it's pretty far. Okay, and then this freaking truss, make sure you're on, if I recall correctly, make sure you're pretty well on this side of the truss. Want to step down, and then, oh wait, yeah, you don't, okay, yeah, you don't boost flick this. Oh wait, yeah, I'm stupid, you bomb flick this. So you go on this side, then down here, and then you just, yeah, then you just flick it with A. Yeah, see, like I said, I have forgotten some bits of this tower since, like, it's been a while since I beat it. Just make sure you turn well through this wall and then, like, to the ladder. Make sure you're on this side of the ladder, want to step down, and then, like, wrap this really well. It's pretty tight. You try to get it to work. So make sure you're well on the side, want to step down, and then like that. Yeah, it's pretty tight, so, and far. I hit the wall, whoops. There we go. This is a pretty far wrap. You can either just wing it like that, or just let you grab and flick it. Then you're on 7. Make sure to bomb flick that with the truss. Make sure to grab this part of the truss here. And then make sure you're on 60 and bounce it to the ladder like that. Glide around this ladder carefully, otherwise that happens. Otherwise that indeed happens. Just bounce onto the thin part, be careful when doing so though. Make sure you're on the left side of this, and then, yeah, just W and A this jump with the thin part. What am I doing? Yeah, it's a really thin part. There we go. I do the TOVH strat where I ledge grab, shift back, untap up, and then just wrap it. Go from the very top like this, and then just walk into the truss with W. And if I recall correctly with this truss, so just 60, and then just do D and space and W. Yep, there we go. That's what it is. Do it one more time. If I can get on the truss again. There we go. Yeah, just D and W to it. Yep. If I recall correctly, do this jump from here. Yeah, onto the truss. Yep. Just do one jump from there. Do this bounce on 60. Make sure your torso is aligned close to the one stud. There we go. Just jump up to the ladder like that. When I step down, into the gap. Make sure to lodge in this gap, and then you can just fit in like this with D. Make sure to turn around on this part, face out the one side gap, and then align your arm within the gap, and then go for the jump. And then try to align this well, and then I'll jump through like that. You wanna dance clip this jump. Make sure to turn to the part though, like that. Simple wrap to one stud. Why did I almost barely made that? There we go. W and A this and then launch. Not too bad. And just flick up. Let's shift lock. Tap into the ladder like this. Make sure to align your torso like this, and then you're gonna go down just quite a bit here, and then bounce to the one stud. Simple long jump there. Yeah, make sure to align at the very edge like this, and then just walk to the part with D, and then W. I have to get used to the freaking keybinds in this game. Yeah, because I think ledge grabbing does nothing now, so you just walk it with D. Then just head hitter. Then you're on 8. Simple jump to the 2 stud. Let's grab the slanted side here. Shift out back and then jump for the thin part. Go down like mostly far down and then go for the wrap. Let's grab this slanted part like this and then go down a little bit and then bounce to one stud. What the heck? Like that, yeah. I don't think you even need to go down a lot. You just like do it from like the top or something. No, you do go down a little bit. That was right. Or you could do down. I think it's better with downwards. Yeah, downwards momentum. There we go. My bad. One jump into this part like that, and then you want to W and A this. So one stud. What the heck? Just make sure to set up this head jump. What are we doing? Bro. Yeah, I was gonna say it should not be that bad. There we go. Yeah, this do be a long jump to the 2 stud. You wanna ledge grab this part and then bounce the ladder here. Kind of as soon as you do that, just go for the like flick without space to the ladder as soon as you land on it, basically. So like right here, flick to the ladder, and then same thing, flick without space to this part. Make sure to go down a bit though, so you get a bounce. This long jump to the ladder like this. Make sure to get on this side and then just flick it. You can flick it from the right or the left, up to you. Long jump to the truss. Go to the very top here, and then you want to just bounce to the stud. My friend Squecker joined me. What is bro doing? I'm currently making a ToSA guide. How the frick did you join? Anyways, you jump to the thin part here, and then you want to just make sure you're gonna fit in to the gap, and then you just wrap to the stud. Yeah, you just fit in the gap here. Oh, bro, doing CTT. Anyways, you gotta jump to the truss. So you want to jump to the truss through the gap like this. I left. Okay, so make sure I align this well, the stud part, and then just bounce to the truss. And then, yeah, this is some truss upwards bounce alignment that I used, but I forgot what it was. But I know you do get your torso in. I think it's maybe here. I'll try it. Nope. Okay, that was too high. So it's like you want to get your torso in somewhere, and then you align your torso. I think it's this one. There it is. Yeah. So you align your bottom of your torso with this line of the truss, and then you just do hold W in space, and then you should make it. Line on the stud, and then wrap it like that. Wrap up here, and then you're on 9. Yeah. Good luck when you get to this 4. It is really punishing. So a funny story with this part. You can actually skip the truss. You can literally just do that. But otherwise, you want to bottom flick wrap this truss to the part right there. This is a really failable jump. I would like to, don't be surprised if you fail it, but you do want to just turn well into this sphere. It looks simple, but it's pretty failable. So make sure to do this well. Make sure to jump off the sphere forwards like this and shift lock. Wrap all into the truss here. And then you should be able to climb up it on this side. Yep, there we go. Wrap well into this truss on this right side. Make sure to go to the very top and then turn left a little bit. Do a bottom flick to this part like that. I'm pretty sure you can also bounce it, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, let me see if you can actually, let's see if you can actually, I don't even know. Yeah, you can also bounce it, but I prefer just bottom flicking it. Do I remember where to go here? I think I do, I think I do. Yeah, you just jump to this part here. Make sure to fit in this gap like that, and then launch up here. Careful with this jump. I W and D it in and then lodge. And then make sure to fit in the gap. I did not mean to drop a bit. Let me try that again. Yeah, make sure to just lodge it and then fit into the one-stick gap like that. You just refer to my keyboard overlay for that. It's a simple wrap. A little ladder. Make sure to boost fix the slider there. And then this part, gotta jump to the truss here. And just do it straight for this one stud here. And then you want to wrap to the, oh my god. And then you wrap to this part here, or you can like go for the truss part. Okay, and then this part's routing is kind of weird, but you actually go down. You go down here. And then get your torso away, and then make sure you're gonna be able to get the distance for the truss, and then do on 60. Down to momentum with A. Make sure to turn into the gap onto this 2 stud here. Walk around, jump this to this part. Careful with the turns on this part. Yeah, it's kind of bad. Yeah, kind of weird for this jump. Frick. Yeah, try your best to get used to this jump. Yeah, there we go. There it is. It is kind of a camera control jump, so do kind of get used to it. Like that. For this jump, let you grab this, turn left, and then I was gonna say you flick at it with A. Come on. Like that. There it is. I'll grab this, turn left, and then flick it with A, and then turn it with W. Let's grab this part. Make sure your torso's in the middle of the gap. Bounce to the truss like that. Make sure you shift lock early. Align well with the wall here. Switch to 60. Bounce to the part. No momentum required. Make sure to launch up well through that into the truss. W and D this jump. Simple 3x2. And then don't underestimate this jump. It's pretty far. Like that. And then you're on 10. By far one of the scariest floors. If I can do this flick head hitter. There we go. Yeah, by far one of the scariest floors because of this part over here. That part over there. So yeah. Good luck when you get to this floor. I don't know how the frick I fluked this. From like, I'm forgetting. I'm pretty sure it was from 6. Let you grab the corner part. Shift back. One tab up. Go for the wrap. So the long jump to the slider here. Straight flick this with A, like that. Long jump to the slant. Just make, I just wrap up it like that. Okay, yeah, and this part is scary. You wanna make sure your torso is gonna fit through this gap. And then bounce and turn accordingly. I just turn right and then left and still one stud. Okay, and then this jump. Just good luck with this jump. It's muscle memory. Just make sure you know that you're gonna try to land on that, and then just go for it, like that. Try to just land on like the front part of it, like this. Yeah, it is kind of just a muscle memory jump. So yeah, try your best to get used to it. One step down, and then just boost flick to this part here. Just flick wrap this normally with shift lock. I thought I was gonna fail this jump. It's not that long of a flick. The problem is getting to the one step gap. So yeah, make sure to like flick this well, and then yeah, see that like this flick is just get used to it. Like you have to hold W and A into the gap. I think your best bet for this is like if you can. Is to like boost flick it, but then like stall your jump in midair slightly. But otherwise, you just need to just wing it. Yeah. WMA. Spiraling Fates part, totally. But then careful when you get to here. You need to go down on this. You want to be on the very right of this. Yeah, there we go. Bounce to this. Scary Larry. Just hold W and A in space around this. You have to go around this whole thing. But yeah, scary because like you're falling far if you fail this. So unless you happen to save yourself on that green part. But yeah, you have to go around this whole thing. Then you can go on this part here. Head hitter. Simple jump here. Careful not to get stuck in the gap. Align this well, like that. High jump head hitter. You could do on lower FPS to get more height. If it wants to work, there we go. Jump onto the ladder. Make sure to turn well. What the frick even happened there? Let me adjust my speed. Hold up a second. There we go. Go to the very bottom of the ladder. Okay, I don't think you're supposed to flick that. My bad. Yeah. See, I'm trying to remember what to do here. Oh yeah, you just down. Okay, yeah, you just bounce that. What the heck? Okay, that shouldn't happen. Hopefully. Oh man. Yeah, you just bounce that normally. Make sure you do it from pretty high though. Okay, these trusses again from the ones on 4. So what you want to do for these, kind of make sure you're like within like the middle of the trusses, kind of around here, and then just flip them like that. Do your best to get on this side of the truss here. Yeah, you want to be careful with this because you don't want your torso in, because remember, you can flick off of these trusses, so you can get pushed off if your torso's close. So kind of go like around like this, kind of, if I recall. Turn right. So it's just 60. And then I don't think you upright bounce this way. I think you just flick it. Wait. Give me a moment, people. Give me a moment. Yeah, you can just flick it, yeah. Yeah, so this, because of this part here, you can just tap W, go down, and just flick it to the stud, yeah. There we go. I'm pretty sure it's also possible to upwards bounce it, though, if I recall correctly, like, oh my god. But yeah, see, that's the problem with your torso, though. Okay, yeah, I think your best bet is to just flick it, though, so we'll just stick with that. Do your best to just try to just make sure you flick it with the truss. Oh my god. Here we go. Just jump this normally. Kind of line here, turn left, and then just, oh my god. Yeah, just W and D this wrap. Let's grab this part, align your torso in the gap, bounce for the truss. Very simple. Align pretty high, downwards momentum. Just flick up. There, ToSA strat this. Long jump to the 2 stud, break that. And then turn to the truss, through the gap. It's a deep flick. Upward bounce this. Make sure your torso's in. Go around that high, and then just flick into the lodge walk like that. Kind of do it at an angle though, so yeah. So turn left slightly in the lodge walk because it's kind of spaced out for some reason with the gap. So you want to be able to walk to the truss like turn to the left a little bit like this. Yeah, but make sure you hold W at the end. Get your torso decently in, like this, and then just spawn flick that to the part. Long jump and wrap, it's pretty far. And do this jump on the left to the truss. Same kind of truss as earlier on, I'm pretty sure on 8. Get your torso really close in. Hopefully it's the same alignment. I think it's here, and then just W space it. Okay, no, it's a little bit higher. Hold up. Get your torso in. Maybe like right here. There we go. Yeah, so kind of in the middle of like the truss part there. Go on the ladder. Boost flick into this lodge walk. Jump out of it like that. A D. Go into this walk like in Roost Peak. I'm pretty sure this is an 11 stud. Yeah, it is. So you dance to it like this. So that they'll jump well. Don't underestimate it. Then you're on the final jump. Just make sure you don't panic on this. Do what it says. Don't panic. Line the middle. Turn like this. There's ToSA strat it. You should hopefully make it. Make sure you aligned it onto the wind pad. And there you go. That is spatial awareness. And yeah, I got ragdolled because, yeah, fell too far down fast. So yeah, spatial awareness. Hopefully this helps. Sorry for the awkward strats. So because like it's been ages since I beat this, but yeah, hopefully it helps. If you need different strats for certain jumps, just let me know in my Discord or in the comments. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one.